Okay, so can we just talk about how unbelievably weird this whole Trump situation was yesterday? Because honestly, if this had happened under literally any other president, especially Joe Biden, the media would have gone into full nuclear meltdown mode for like 48 straight hours. Here's what happened. Trump was supposed to appear at the White House with Brazilian President Lula for a press event that had already been announced. Cameras were ready, reporters were waiting, Fox News was waiting live on air saying, any minute now, and then nothing. 1 hour passed, then another. Reporters are standing around confused. Networks are confused. Nobody from the White House explains anything. And eventually Lula just leaves the White House and Trump never shows up. That's it. Event canceled, no explanation. Everybody just awkwardly shrugs and moves on like this is somehow normal. And I'm sorry, what? Since when is it normal for the President of the United States to disappear from a scheduled live press event with a foreign leader and nobody even asks serious questions? Because let's be real here for a second. Imagine this exact same thing happened in 2023 with Biden. The headlines would have been absolutely insane. Where is Biden? Medical emergency fears, cognitive collapse, White House cover-up. Every cable network would have been running non-stop speculation panels with doctors and former staffers talking about whether Biden was physically capable of doing the job. But when it's Trump, total silence. Even Fox News looked confused. They kept cutting back saying Trump would speak any moment now, until eventually they basically admitted they had no clue what happened. News Nation was also sitting there asking the obvious question, why was the press event suddenly scrapped? And honestly, that's the issue here. It's not even about whether there's some dramatic explanation. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But the complete lack of transparency creates a giant vacuum where speculation takes over. Especially because this happened right after videos started circulating of Trump struggling to walk straight after getting off a helicopter. People saw that clip and immediately started raising concerns about his health, his balance, and whether something medical might be going on. Then suddenly he vanishes from a public event with no explanation at all. Of course, people are going to start asking questions. Was he physically unable to come out? Was he exhausted? Was he confused? Did something happen during the meeting? Was he angry? Was there some kind of meltdown behind the scenes? Nobody knows because the White House won't say anything. And that's what makes the whole thing so bizarre. Normally, when meetings with foreign leaders end unexpectedly, administrations rush to control the narrative. They immediately tell reporters there was a disagreement over policy or scheduling or negotiations. But none of that happened here. Trump later posted on Truth Social saying the meeting with Lula went very well, and that they discussed trade and tariffs and future meetings. Okay, fine. But if everything was so great, then why did the entire public event disappear after networks spent hours waiting for it? Why leave reporters hanging with zero explanation? That's the part that makes no sense. And look, maybe there's a totally harmless reason for all of this. But when you have a president who constantly attacks transparency from the media while also refusing to answer basic questions about situations like this, people are naturally going to speculate. That's just reality. You cannot cancel a major live event, disappear for hours, refuse to explain anything, and then expect everyone to pretend it's completely normal behavior. It isn't. And the double standard in coverage is impossible to ignore, because if Biden had done this exact same thing, every single network would have treated it like a 5-alarm national emergency. With Trump, everybody just quietly moves on and pretends nothing weird happened. That's what people are reacting to here more than